Facebook Live. This is Mike George here with
your favorite neighborhood truck driver, Matthew Gutierrez. Hey, girl, hey.
Yeah, hey. So it's been a while since we've been on Facebook Live. I think over a week or so.
It's been longer than that. We didn't even do anything in Denver.
Oh shit! So it's
been almost 2 weeks.
Wow. Okay, so I guess it's been about 2 weeks since we've done a proper Facebook Live post. Hi, Maya. Maya's our first esteemed guest.
Hey,
not a guest. Well, you can be a guest if you want to join in. But yeah, we've been we took a little bit of a hiatus for the last 2 weeks. Let's see, what did we do in the last 2 weeks, dear?
We finished up time. Well, we didn't finish up, but we finished right before I went on vacation. Well, I should say we went on vacation for a week in Denver, Colorado. Got to see some snow, some family members. Mike got to meet pretty much everybody from my family, minus my father. So, yeah, so that was a lot of fun. What else did we do?
Yes, I got to meet the mother. The mother. So I've survived.
He's still alive.
I survived. Actually, his mother is quite lovely. Liz, my girl Liz. She is fantastic. She, you're probably gonna hate me for saying this, even though I already said it, but she reminds me of the grandmother from Moana. She's
not that old girl.
Well, I don't know. I mean, not because she's old. I mean, just because, you know, she's like a free spirit. She's very free-spirited. She kind of does her own thing. She's very in tune. So, like, she seems like really in tune with their, like, spiritual zone.
My mom's very spiritual.
Yeah.
I get a lot of my strength, my humility, my hospitality, my strength, my wisdom, my knowledge, basically everything.
Yeah,
she was
a sweetheart. I loved her so much, and she was really nice to us. She has a beautiful home out in
Eastern Colorado.
Yeah, Eastern Colorado, the flat part of Colorado, kind of like the flat farm rural part of Colorado. So it was just really nice. It was a nice kind of a break from the city. About 2 hours. What, 3 hour drive from Denver to where she lives.
3 hour tour.
Yeah, so it was a really nice little getaway from all the hullabaloo back in Denver. Who else? Yeah, I guess what else did we do there, babe? In Denver. So we got to see your mom. We got to see Claudia, your sister.
I went to my doctor's appointment. We got to hang out, spend birthday with my sister. Got to celebrate my niece's birthday too.
Oh yeah, how old was your niece? Shoot, I'm trying to get your niece's name. I have to remember all your family's name now. Well, let's see.
He's putting himself on the spot.
Oh, I know. Okay, let me think here. There was your sister Claudia, who we hung out with and stayed with, and then there was your sister. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her. The sister actually had the birthday party. Oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. Give me the first letter. Give me a clue.
It starts with a D.
Dia. It was Dia.
Well, Diamante, but yeah, Dia. We call it Dia.
Okay, Diamante. Okay. I should have remembered because Claudia, it's Diamante. Aha. Okay, so anyways, let's see who we have on here. Any comments yet? Oh, Maya says hello. Oh, hi, Maya. Maya is our lovely queen down in Fort Lauderdale. She's got a salon down there and is getting into some Florida real estate, which is exciting. I hear Florida real estate is just hot until the hurricanes hit, and then they're not, and then they become hot again. You know, it's like a whoosh. You know, it's kind of like an up and down cycle, kind of a vivacious housing market down there, right? That's not the right word, whatever it is, you know. So, who else we got?
I got really quiet because I was watching this.
Yeah, we got some traffic. Oh my, we have some interesting traffic here. Oh my god, that looks like a giant reactor. It's like a coil of... It's an oversized load in front of us, which what I think might be some reactor coils. I don't know. It's just coils that are...
I thought reactor coils were cylindrical.
Yeah, they're supposed to be a cylinder, but I mean that's kind of a cylinder, just a big fat short cylinder on the side.
Leave it up to Michael to look for the big short fat one.
That doesn't seem very efficient for inductor or reactor design. But whatever, maybe I'm probably that's probably not what it is at all. So anyways, interesting oversized load in front of us, and I guess since we have kind of a little view of where we are right now, we yeah, it is beautiful outside once again. So we are on Utah on I-15.
Maya James commented.
Oh, Maya Jane. Okay. Oh, Derek says hello from Liverpool.
Hey, Liverpool. Hey.
Derek is such a well-traveled. Oh, and we're back. All right. So, hi, Facebook Live. We're back in business. We have a cell phone tower over there that looks like is providing us with our tether to y'all and to the rest of the civilized world. But yes, okay, so anyways, we're recapping our Denver adventure from a couple weeks ago. Got to see the family, got to see the mom, the sister, the sister's daughter. So Dia's daughter is one? No, she was definitely older than one. She was probably...
The one that had the birthday?
Yeah.
She's 3.
Okay, yeah, she was 3. Yeah, it was a really cute little, like, oh, that was such a fun little birthday party with all the other little kids. I can't wait to have kids just to see how they run around and cause trouble.
Ran into the glass window Arcadia door. Glad that didn't happen.
Adults or children. There was this one girl that seemed really concerned about the screen door. I forget what her comment was.
What's that?
There was this like one girl that was like kind of hanging around by the screen door, like by that glass door between the patio. I forget, she said something to me, I can't remember what it was. Like, I think she was like worried that the door was jammed or something was wrong with the door. I don't know. Anyways, kids, it's amazing how observant kids are. They notice all the little things that the adults are too busy to bother with. So anyways, yeah, so that Denver was last weekend. Last week. Well, I guess 2 weeks ago.
It's been 2 weeks ago.
Gosh, yeah. So
because then last week just flew by.
yeah, last week was just kind of our typical just running up and down I-15 in Utah. It's kind of the same story that we're doing right now. I guess that we will be doing for the next foreseeable future for the next couple of weeks. But I guess you have some potential news, or should we not jinx it? Should we not jinx it?
I'm gonna wait until next.
Okay, so things are in the works in terms of positional changes and whatnot. But speaking of positional, oh, what? Did I need to assume some new positions?
That's not where I was going with it, but that works.
Okay. Well, yeah. So in the meantime, I've been just kind of. I put in a couple job applications during the last couple of weeks. Still kind of waiting on a bunch of them that I'd done previously. One really exciting application that I got to work on, though, like a job application, was for Hyperloop One. Hyperloop One is the proposed like super fast rail transport system that Elon Musk and friends are kind of conceiving right now.
Make him sound like the Justice League. Elon Musk and friends. I mean, that kind of is like a justice. It's like the Silicon Valley Justice League, right? Yeah.
Doing all the things that Washington can't. Or won't. So yeah, so the job that I applied to at Hyperloop One was for a power systems engineer role. Oddly enough, the role, the description of the role was like just right down my alley in terms of experience that I had from AEP and from my master's studies and all that kind of stuff. A lot of machine control. Actually, it just looks like a really cool gig. It'll be doing like a lot of the. Well, I think it's not really controls. It's more like the actual equipment that that this Hyperloop system would be utilizing. So, designing the physical power system that this thing will be using, which ties in wonderfully to that proposal that I had put together for AEP to try to get in on the high-speed rail business by supplementing a high-speed rail line with a high-voltage transmission line, which, those guys are building right now as we speak, new transmission lines all over the place, crisscrossing the country. So I guess my question was, why can't we just pair that present day construction in high voltage transmission with some things that we'd like to see kind of augment those systems, say like rail. So anyways, if you want to hear more details about how a rail system could benefit a power system and how a power system could benefit a rail system, and some of the mutual benefits that kind of lie in potential between both of those systems, which is kind of the things that we're trying to exploit, utilize, harness, whatever, for efficiency, for energy efficiency's sake, as well as cost efficiency of actually getting this damn thing built someday, perhaps. So anyways, anywho, I accompanied my cover letter to Hyperloop One with that proposal that I had sent to AEP, gosh, maybe a year or two ago, with my ideas on how that type of synergy could work. So anyways, I sent that in on Sunday morning, so I guess gonna have to see what the job applications gods abounds say about that. So who else do we have on here? We have Ryan Yannick. Hi, Ryan.
Hi,
Ryan hardly knows me, but he's a high school friend. Like, he graduated got a decade after me or something. These kids nowadays. So hi, Ryan. Yeah, Ryan was an esteemed member of our fine arts trifecta, drama club, band, and choir, I believe. I don't know. I'm not all up in whose business is at high school 10 years after I graduate, but But anyways, hi, Ryan. Chad is what? Hi, Chad. Chad Haas, fellow electrical engineer alumnus extraordinaire from Wright State. Let's see. Christopher Stewart. Hi, Christopher.
What does that mean?
Christopher's a friend of mine from Columbus. He was a fellow nerdy guy. He was really savvy with programming, doing all the hardcore programming with databases and I think back-end IT systems and all that kind of stuff. Stuff I wish I could do, kind of. I'd like to get into programming. I mentioned the other day on Facebook that I wanted to get more into iOS programming. Not specifically to do work on iPhones or anything, but just to be able to program simple little things that, program simple little functions that I could actually use. I don't know, the idea that I had for this app, and this isn't going to sound super original, it's going to be very incremental, but I wanted to, in my head, I want to design an app that works a lot like Scruff or Grindr. Any of the gays out there will know what I'm talking about. Maybe non-gays can relate to Tinder, the Tinder app. I would like to make a proximity-based social app based on the location that you're using the app from, except, the application of the app could be a lot wider than just dating people. You could just combine the location-based app engine that you'd have on, say, Tinder or Scruff or whatever, and you'd add maybe some more layers onto that, like if you just incorporated Facebook likes, for instance, and you could create filters based on where you are, and in order to select people around you who share similar interests. And that could be used in ways, and and if anybody's watching already knows of an app that does this, let me know. I don't want to recreate the wheel, obviously. But yeah, I'd like to come up with an idea for an app where you can find people around you that have mutual interests. So say if you're bored and you're hanging out at the mall someday, and you want to find people that have Pokemon in common. I mean, sure, there's the Pokemon Go app, which actually Pokemon Go is a great example of a location-based app where you interact with other users in proximity to, as well as other locations in proximity to. So I'd like to kind of incorporate what Pokemon Go has done, but with, I guess, a wider ranging filtering feature where you can identify people, say other soccer players near you. You can organize. Maybe this could be used to organize ad hoc soccer matches. Soccer practice, yes.
Of course.
Soccer practice. Actually, we should put on soccer practice. For some of y'all who enjoy certain niche interests, where you have to be kind of on the DL with that. It could be useful for identifying users around your area with said mutual interests, maybe even resources towards those interests if you're a tourist visiting a new place and don't have the initial connections to that place to find resources to those types of interests. So etc. But I mean, so that's one layer I want to add on to this. I want to add on the layer of identifying people in your proximity with mutual interests that you can then talk to. But you could also take this, just a messaging app with a type of proximity tool like that could be used for alerts and warnings based on your location. So things like if there's a wildfire in your area, if there's a hurricane approaching your area, these types of tools can be used more effectively by emergency response personnel in trying to warn people within a very targeted geographic area. Maybe a good example is if there's a dam that's getting ready to burst and you only have seconds, maybe minutes, to get people out of the way of that, out of the line of fire of that dam. So things like that, emergency response could be used for it. So there's a lot of really good that could happen that could be used for this tool. And like I said, I think there's already apps out there. In fact, I heard about during Puerto Rico relief that since the cell phone towers are down, they're using a lot of ad hoc networking, just peer-to-peer, phone-to-phone networking, like through Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, local Wi-Fi, just to kind of set up their own local networks in the absence of the usual telecommunications infrastructure that we're used to, with our cell phones and everything, with network access and everything. So in the absence of a cellular network, you could still communicate stuff out kind of peer-to-peer, point-to-point. So I'd like to kind of add in some features that have place-built functions too. So you have the proximity friend finder. On top of that, I'd like to conceive of a way for places, businesses, locations, landmarks, parks, whatever, to register themselves as pages or places on this app. And with that, to use that, and this is kind of how we have to use our imagination a little bit to kind of tie in maybe the business case and sort of the functional case for what these tools might be used for within the greater scheme of this app idea. Anyways, I want to call the app Hello World. And the very concept behind this app is we want to get people a little bit divorced from their phone screens a little bit, and a little bit more engaged with the world around them, which is kind of what a lot of successful apps in the recent past have been able to do. Pokemon Go, Scruff, a lot of those dating apps where you can use a virtual tool to materialize a real life situation. I guess that's kind of how the thinking goes, which I know is how what's kind of how Facebook is supposed to work with being able to host events and organize groups and stuff. But I think this tool would be a lot more ad hoc and a lot more kind of organic. You don't have to rely so much on your existing friends network. This is more for people that want to go out and meet new people, and interact with new places and new environments, new people and stuff. So anyways, I guess traveling around is, being on the road a lot has really, made me think of what need there is, at least for me personally, in those types of things. But I'm also not great at knowing what the newest app on the market is, and I'm not a big app person. So I might rely on some of y'all's expertise to fill me in on if there's an app or something that I'm kind of already being redundant with or something. But anywho, that's kind of my idea with that. If any of you have any, if that excites any of you and you guys want to hit me up and maybe work together, especially any of you guys who have programming skills and could help out on that, That'd be awesome. Anywho, let's check in with what's going on out here. And our sexy trucker daddy over there. How you doing, baby? You've been quiet.
I'm letting you kind of talk your talk.
Ah.
Right before this thing started, she goes, I don't really have anything to talk about.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm a little brain dead. But this is actually kind of nice. This is helping me awaken myself. You know, stir the old brain back into what it does, which is talk about random shit.
That's what your mouth does. That's not what your mouth
Well, the brain has to feed it all the information, right?
You're all about feeding it all.
Uh-huh.
Information.
Right. Information. When you control the mail, you control information.
Why are elephants so wrinkly? Because they're too big to iron. Was a joke that another trucker told us as we were leaving in reference to another trucker that was coming in. It was very out of the blue.
I mean, to be more specific, there was a wrinkly-looking lady entering. I held the door open for this lady. She was going in. I think the other guy was like behind her and like saw her walk in. And I don't think she even said thank you or anything. I don't.
No, she did.
Oh, she did. Okay, she was
No, she
nice.
didn't.
Oh, she didn't. Okay, so she deserved. So she deserved the little shade thrown her way. So yeah, so our wrinkly elephant trucker female friend proceeded to walk through the door, followed by that gentleman who delivered that random and amusing comment. I mean, it was like 8. I think it was like 9 a.m. when we were leaving, so I was still like waking up on my coffee and you know.
No. It was at night.
9 a.m. right?
No, it was at night.
Not night.
Yeah.
This is morning.
No, it was not.
I thought it was this morning as we were leaving Timberline.
No, babe, that happened at Travel America.
Oh, you're right. That was totally last night. Yeah. Okay, that was at the... Okay, I'm sorry. All these things, all these truck stops and all these nights are a blur. Yeah, so we stayed at the Timberline last night, and yeah, this is the Travel America. I don't think we even stayed there that night. It was just like, were we just fueling or something and getting food? Okay.
Grab the snack.
Okay, so I was too busy playing Monopoly all day on my phone yesterday, so yesterday was kind of a blur. But yeah, that was so that was a good insight into both undernourished female truck drivers and elephants that our esteemed colleague
What?
well, I mean, he's a trucker. I mean, he's not an esteemed colleague, I guess, directly, but you know, y'all work in the same biz. Y'all are kind of colleagues, right? No?
I'm sure we are.
I don't associate with those other drivers. Right.
Whoa, okay, extreme close up.
I just wanted to get your...
Cores, apparently.
So... How good old I-15... Oh, I-15 is pretty at this part, though. We got some mountains approaching, got some...
Those were approaching E5.
Oh, so we're getting close to kind of the southern tip of the wider Salt Lake City metro area, I guess. I don't know, what's the tea, baby? There's no tea? No tea to be served? Well, let's see if there's any tea on the internet right now. No comments. We just have Derek's hello from Liverpool and Maya's hello from Fort Lauderdale. Who else do we got? We got a bunch of shy people who don't want to talk and don't want to speak up. Come out. We're gonna have to start inviting people if we don't hear back from any of y'all. Actually, I want to see if Derek. Let's see in Liverpool.
What time is it there?
What is it, like 5 hours past Eastern, so 7 hours past us? That's still like, he's probably just getting to the end of his workday, actually. All right, we're just trying to contact my friend. So Derek is an esteemed colleague of mine from, gosh, the early 2000s, the days of Queer McGill. We were social co-coordinators together. Uh, he was great because he actually speaks French, and when I had to like go out and call venues to like secure places for events, that was super fucking handy. Because those. Oh, hi, Derek.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay. I'm studying.
Are you just getting off of work?
No, I'm studying.
You're what?
I'm studying.
Oh, you're studying. Dan, you're being a
Yeah.
good, responsible, like human contributor to greatness, as opposed to just sitting in a truck Facebook living. So bless you.
Some contract law.
Oh
One.
God.
Oh, I love contract law.
Contract
It's my
law.
favorite. Other than constitutional law.
I mean, the Constitution is a contract, kind of, right? A
See,
big old
and what's
contract.
great, because when you're studying constitutional law in the UK, there is no written constitution.
Oh,
So
that's true. Oh my God,
also
yeah.
interesting.
So the contract is just ever evolving.
And it can be changed by a simple act of parliament. So there's no such thing as like a supreme constitutional law.
Yeah, there's no constitutional convention or anything like that.
No.
Wow.
Other than the fact that Parliament is sovereign and supreme. Like that's pretty much the only fixed
Right.
like facet of the British Constitution.
So don't. So no separatist movements in the UK right now. They I guess they had their Brexit.
Well, actually, yeah, Scotland.
Oh, that's right, Scotland. Yeah, Scotland. That's true. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's funny though. It's interesting. It seems like in the U.S. we always get like hung up on like really super outdated, like clauses in the Constitution, like pertaining to gun safety, is one example. So it's interesting because I guess like in a way Britain's kind of got the advantage on that because they kind of rely a lot more on, I guess, social norms and kind of the expectation or the precedent of the moment, I guess. Is that kind of how?
Well, it's also the idea that if like there's really no way the Constitution cannot be challenged in court because nothing that the House of Commons does can be illegal because they make the laws.
Right. So there's no I guess there's no like check on that, is there? Is there a citizen way to question something that? Oh, I think we lost him. Shoot. We lost Derek. I don't know if it's my connection. Let's try this again. Oh shoot. So Derek, I think, is unable to continue talking to us, but that was Derek from Liverpool, England. Our first transcontinental Facebook Live, actually. So yay! Thank you to Derek for joining us. And actually, that was really interesting. I sort of read that Britain has no formal constitution, and that it's just kind of evolved as I don't know if it evolves based on just precedent or. That's interesting, though. I'm really intrigued by like British and Canadian politics because Canada's sort of like seems like a hybrid of the British, I guess, monarchy constitutional system, and then the U.S. I guess what you call a democratic republican constitution-based system. Yeah, that's interesting though. The UK. I don't know. I guess I have to think about that a lot because there's a lot of pros and cons to that. Obviously, it's just different. It's a different system of governance. I do typically like parliamentary systems simply because there's more than two parties. There's a lot more ideological. There's a much better ideological spectrum, I guess. More diversity of opinions. Simply because the party doesn't wield as much. Well, I can't say that because the parties in the UK are pretty. I mean, you kind of have to be on the party's good side if you want to be successful and move up in their, to move up in Parliament and stuff, and to move into the cabinet and all that. I don't know. I guess it's just different. It doesn't seem so ideologically rigid. It doesn't seem so ideologically rigid, though. I guess compared to the U.S., where you have you have the primary systems, and then you have the primary systems, which basically eschews all your candidates one way to the left or one way to the right. Yeah, just a different way of doing things over there. So, anyways, looks like we're taking an exit here. Are we taking a fueling break here?
I'm not feeling great.
Oh, unfueling?
Yeah.
Are you too heavy?
No. In my bladder, I am.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you meant you actually had to spill fuel because of some
No,
late
that's
issue.
environmentally unethical and illegal.
Well, I mean, I didn't know that's why you were going into the gas station
But I don't put gas in my vehicle.
Well, I didn't know if the gas station, the petrol station, my dear, the petrol station.
Who's petrol?
Or is that not even petrol?
Who is this girl, Shantae? And why she get to stay?
All right, so we are just getting off of I-15, taking a little,
Shut up, Shangela.
I guess a little pee break, little rest stop here.
Little pit stop.
Mm-hmm. Carson Faust is watching. Hi, Carson.
Hey, Carson.
Carson's one of my karaoke buddies from Columbus. I can't even say buddies because I think we've only gone out for actual karaoke maybe once or twice. I met him towards my latter days at Columbus, not to be confused with Latter-day Saints, which in Utah. Oh, here is the fuel island we are going to. Alright, looks like we're stopping for fuel.
No, we're not.
Oh no, we're just stopping for a bathroom break. I'm good, baby, so I don't need to go to the restroom.
We need to go anyway because I'm stopping. So next time we're not stopping until after we get to Ogden. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Bye, Facebook.
Alright, we better take a break, Facebook Live. We gotta go to the bathroom. Toodaloo, everybody.
Bye.